tracked me down, although the courier only had a description of me, although a quite accurate description of my appearance. And within this package, I've discovered that it is full of ashes, possibly remains, and a name, which is Warmund Seidel. I do not know who this person is, so it's going to be up to me to take responsibility. If these are the earthly remains of Warmund Seidel, I'd better find out what happened and what I should do with them.
Right.
I was thinking that possibly if we happen to come across our lawgiver friend again, perhaps he might have access to records that might shed some light on this, or perhaps we should inquire with our various contacts around the city.
Right. So remember, you all went to sleep in the Lucky Leap Tavern, of which I have a map here. You're familiar with the lower level, with the beer. Notice, remember, you jump for beer. These are the levels of the beer jump. And you look at the bottom here, there's some guys trying to do the jump, so that's kind of funny, I thought. And someone who's had a bit too much. And remember, I don't know if you remember the law, but Sareth, the Lightbringer, she shattered the moon that broke the reign of the Dark Angel. So this is what the moon looks like. It's shattered in pieces. Still orbits, still acts like a moon, but is in pieces. And Torque, you all woke up. Imagine this. I'm imagining this more like a poltergeist scene. Like Torque, you're flat on your back, and this thing is also like horizontal, face to face, feet to feet, and it's looking you straight in the eyes, directly above you, with its head twisted at an angle. And it says, "It's not my fault. He didn't believe me, but it's not my fault."
What's not your fault?
Didn't do it. I didn't kill him. It's not my fault.
Now, the neck of this apparition in front of me, it looks like it's been broken from being hung.
Yes, it does.
So you wish justice or retribution for those that have wrongly accused you.
I just want people to know it's not my fault. I didn't do it. Can you help?
Vindication.
You're not there, buddy.
Do it. Oh. Well, that's the last time I drink at this bar. It's given me all sorts of nightmares. So, all right, in terms of this apparition, and who do you think did it, I might ask?
Just wasn't me. You're not listening to me. It wasn't me.
It wasn't you. I'm going to agree. It wasn't you. Who did the lawgivers sentence you to death?
Lawgivers? There is no law where there is no justice. I didn't do it.
Right. I think I'm going to freak out at this point and start very loudly going, who didn't you kill?
I'm assuming you say it louder than that, right? You just don't want to blast all our eardrums. It's a stage yell. Is that?
Yeah.
Would that be fair?
Well, yeah. Since I can also do the thaumaturgy type thing, so I might definitely beef up the bass there so the voice carries it. Who didn't do it, apparition?
Wilson, Timothy, and Hector, or all who are sound asleep, make a perception check. Or say DC 15 to wake up and realize what's going on. So Balson, Timothy, and Hector. Perception checks, DC 15.
So rely on hearing?
Yeah. So if you have any advantages for hearing, you could do this at advantage.
Yeah.
Balson, nope. Sound asleep. Timothy wakes up. I'll just put a ziz on Bowson. And Hector, perception check, DC 15. There we go. Hector is still asleep. Shouting! That's just no! Make me a charisma saving throw, Torque.
Okay. 17. Nice.
Wow. Yep, she picked the wrong person. So she says, it's not my fault. And she reaches and tries to dive straight into your mouth. Her whole ghostly thing right there on the bed just dies down in your mouth. But then you shake it off and she says, you gotta help me. It's not my fault. Torque?
I will. I wish to assist you and give you justice and allow you to find peace. So, where should I start? With whom should I? With whom should I talk?
Okay, Pastor Timothy, you hear this bickering, this sound. Wow, that's a bad sentence. From what you soon to be Talk. You don't talk long enough now to recognize his name. What do you do?
Well, I think I'll let Hector sleep. Get the young master get his rest. He needs it, and I'll creep out of the room and I'll go towards the sound, trying to make out what it is, because I don't know what Talk's up to. He could be entertaining someone.
So you kind of have to go out this door, then along this way, just the way the room's laid out, and then back through the main area. I'm pretending these are bedrooms, by the way. They're not really bedrooms, but I'm just pretending they're bedrooms. How could you know? How could you help? Who are you? Are you the lawgiver?
No, I am not a lawgiver, but I will do my best to find the truth of this matter.
D6 Talk.
Sorry, but
D6.
Okay. Bang, bang. Rolly for everyone. Roll low.
It's like a jinx to me.
It was a 1, in case you can't read that.
Yeah, I see the one. You must right this wrong. People need to understand. It's not my fault. Pastor Timothy, we can say you go over to about there while this conversation is happening. What can you do to right the wrongs? They need to understand it wasn't me. It wasn't my fault.
Then that's what I promised to do. Who died besides you? Who was killed?
She gives the name. It was Warmund. He was killed by his wife. It wasn't me. They framed me.
Okay, so her name is not Warmund Seidel. It's not her remains. So,
Warmund framed me. No, his wife framed me. His wife killed him. And she framed me. I was but a servant, a girl. I didn't do anything. It wasn't me. I didn't do it.
Okay. I believe you.
Talk.
Another D6. Okay. All right, just have to swap sheets. Bang, bang, bang. Oh, Still going low. That was another one.
Another one. So, Pastor Timothy, you come over here and you open the door and you see this hung girl still vertically over Torque, with Torque flat on his back, like, poltergeist, still kind of stacked up like this. And she said, "It's not my fault. I didn't do it. You don't understand." Yeah, like Ghostbusters. Yeah, exactly like Ghostbusters. That's a good one.
Well, great minds think alike.
You need to understand. It's not my fault.
So was the door actually been opened?
Soon Pastor Timothy
By
opened
Pastor-
it to investors.
Yes, Pastor.
And she's
Okay.
come over to Pastor Timothy now. You don't understand. It's not my fault.
What's not your fault, lass?
I didn't do it. It wasn't me.
I'm sure you didn't.
Why did they hang
What
me?
is she talking about, Doc?
Why did they hang me?
She has been framed for a murder. Where's my notes gone? I'm here a moment ago. She's been framed. Warmond Seidel was killed, and she believes that the wife has framed her, just a mere servant girl, and she needs the world to know that it wasn't her. So I promised to look into this matter. At this point, if I can, now that the apparition is somewhat distracted, I would like to see if my divine spidey sense is giving me any indication as to what's the nature of this
We get
thing
to
here.
know its type, and it's definitely undead. And
Okay.
Pastor Timothy, I give up on you, Pat. You keep on rolling ones.
Yep.
So Pastor Timothy, you can roll a d6 now.
D6.
It wasn't me.
Good.
You need to do something. I'm rolling the next one.
I'm sure I will. And I'm going to come in past, silent past, and sidle up to Torque and put my hand on him and give him a bit of resistance.
Resistance to?
Well, it's just the cantrip resistance. It'll give him a D4 on saving throws for the next minute.
What are you doing? Do something, anything. They need to know it wasn't me.
Right. What we'll do? Do you have pen and paper? We'll write a letter to the newspapers. Then everyone will read it and everyone will know it wasn't you. Now, and I'll scurry around trying to find pen and paper.
Well, this pen and paper is easy enough to find.
Yeah.
She's going to go for Pastor Timothy. Pastor Timothy, make me a charisma saving throw.
Oh.
You watch in horror, Torque, as this apparition dives straight through the mouth of Pastor Timothy. And Pastor Timothy, wasn't you. You're possessed by this creature. So Pastor Timothy,
Yeah.
if you would like to take over by saying it wasn't you, you can absolutely do that.
Kelly, man, it wasn't me.
Oh, creature! I wish that I could could prove it to you now and to the world that it was not you, but I will need evidence to do so. I'm going to, not that I think it will affect him, but I'm going to attempt to lay hands upon Pastor Timothy, and I'm not sure if this will help in terms of removing a condition, but I'll spend the 5 points to see if that helps with his possessed state. I say, cast thee out, woman.
It does not help.
Well, if you had any damage, you've at least got 5 hit points back if you had any lingering damage. But anyway.
That's all right. But as you lay hands on me, I'll grab you by the shoulders and shake you and say, evidence, man! What more evidence do you need? You're looking at it straight in your eyes! It's me! It's the spirit of... And what's the name of the person?
We never actually got that, so we know Wormold Seidel and his wife, and that this is but a servant girl. Presumably of that household.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, can you not just believe your eyes, man?
All right. Well, I'm going to attempt to, since Timothy has grabbed me anyway, I'm going to give him a shake back and an open-handed slap across the face. Come to your senses!
Unarmed attack.
Yep.
Assume that
Duck
hits
that.
Timothy.
That'll hit.
1 plus your strength. There we go. 2 points of damage. And she says, "You're just like all the others." Only a 9's here, Timothy, but both of you roll initiative. Torque and Timothy.
Oh, did I not click on myself first? It was a 14. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so this really, really annoys the girl, and she looks like she wants to rip your throat out.
Oh no. Oh.
What do you do?
Can I do anything? Do I have anything? Well, I'm going to attempt to grapple, although I don't really have that as a skill. I'm going to at least attempt to restrain.
Yeah.
Right.
Pastor Timothy's got a terrible strength score. You're going to be pretty good. You're going to do well with that.
I'm not overly strong since my injury.
Let's see what the dice gods say.
So is this a strength save, or what are we doing? Just
Athletics.
A straight roll?
Athletics versus athletics, or acrobatics if you're better at that. You can choose athletics
or
acrobatics.
So I can use acrobatics.
Yes, whether you screw them out the way or whether you power your way
Yeah,
out.
squirmy.
Uh-oh.
That wasn't even close. Definitely screw him out the way. And Timothy, screw this guy. Why don't you attack him? You don't have access to any special abilities. Any of your special abilities. So let me just absolutely clear you.
I got a dagger. Would I have my dagger on me if I was getting up to go see what was happening and talk to him, though?
So you don't have access to your target's knowledge, class features, or proficiency. So no spells, but yeah, you can absolutely stab him if you want.
Right. Do I lose my proficiency with the dagger, or?
I'd say no. No. So just roll a normal attack with your dagger.
There you go.
No! That's a hit, a palpable hit. Call for me tomorrow, you will find me a grave man.
You want to get sloppy with me, son? I'll get stabby with you!
Nope, 4 piercing, okay.
Okay, and back to you, Torque. Yep.
So I'm going to again use my thaumaturgy to amplify my voice in an attempt to rouse the others. Timothy has been possessed, I loudly shout.
It will be your action to
And
cast Thaumaturgy and to yell, but absolutely you can
yes,
do that.
okay,
Alson and
yep.
Hector, perception checks, please. Right up to DC to 12. This is the second time. Alson, too many ales last night, perhaps. Hector, roll into initiative.
This doesn't seem like my problem or anything of my expertise. I think I'll go back to sleep.
All right. Let's see. Torque yells didn't apparently. Alson and Hector doesn't care. Pastor Timothy, why don't you take another swipe at this guy with your dagger?
Sure, and I will.
Oh, this time a swing and a miss. Torque.
Snap to your senses, man, and again I'll do an open-handed strike. I'm going to attempt to take the dagger off him. If I can. So is that an athletics again?
Athletics versus acrobatics, or whichever one you want.
Yeah, man. Ta-da!
You've got the dagger. Okay.
Is our door still open to the
Yep.
common room outside?
It is.
Yep,
Right,
I didn't
well-
close it when I came in.
Okay.
Take this one, I'll be opening
If that was my action, my next plan is to ditch the dagger out the door, out into the common room.
You are on the second floor of an inn. You could also throw it out the window.
I didn't know if the windows were indeed open, so I knew that he came in through the door. Is this area out here not a sort of common room, or is this overlooking? Because that's the way he came in.
Yep.
Yes,
You
I was
get-
just going.
It's a free action to open a door or a window. So, Okay, but you got the dagger. That's good. Pastor Timothy.
Oh, what are you doing? Are you gonna clear my name? Clear my name? And I'll go in for a strangle.
All right. A grapple. Well, this sounds like a grapple attack to me. It's once again athletics versus acrobatics. Take your pick.
Oh!
Not in control of your own body. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Pastor Timothy grabs hold of a Torque. Torque, you've got the dagger, but you've also got a Pastor Timothy.
All right. Well, have at you, man. Come to your senses.
Wings wide.
That's not going to wake him up.
No. I've lost my voice. They won't listen to me. And you will lose yours as well. And I'll squeeze the throat.
That sounds like an unarmed strike to me. So make an unarmed attack. And you do
Sure.
your strength damage as you a 1 plus your strength, which I suspect is just 1. Work that.
Well,
And the 0. Because I have a -1 on strength.
I don't imagine Torque sleeps in his armor. Will that
There's
be fair?
chainmail. I'm just, and nor would I have my shield on me while I'm sleeping. I wouldn't have thought. So that would be a hit. Yes.
Yeah. A hit for 0 hit points because I've got a -1 for strength. So
Always at least 1. So that's 1 point of
Oh.
damage. See,
Right.
I just strangle the life out of you, Torque. So grapple, so hands around your neck.
Right. Okay. No, I'm not going to get weapons for this. If they've got something else in my inventory, do. Well, I'm going to attempt to break from his stranglehold. So I'm going to attempt to break for his stranglehold. So I'll try and release his arms from my throat.
Nope. Nope.
Oh, son of a...
Are you little?
Come on, you're coming with me. We're going to show everyone, and I'll drag Torque towards the, like, basically going to go out of the room. But because I'm grappling, I've got half movement, so I guess that's where I get to.
I will say one more. Just out in the common room, and Torque comes with you as you drag him out. Right, Torque?
All right, so I've been changed out for that. Now, this, through here, there's a doorway, then there's a passageway to the rooms there. Is that how we got in, or is... Because there's a wall here, correct?
This is actually a
So-
separate door. You don't know that's there. So
Okay,
to
all right.
get
Well,
to
but
Hector and everybody, you'd have to go out this door. Oops, this door. This door.
And then along
into
that
the
corridor.
Yeah.
Oh dear. All right, well, I will strike at him then.
All right.
How about you?
Yeah,
Come
but
to your
mate,
senses. Yeah, so ineffectual. This is one of those handbag fights, isn't it?
I'm intent on getting him out of the building so we can go clear my name. So I'm gonna
down these stairs.
go I'm gonna dash as my action
Okay, so move
so I
30
can use
feet.
full move. Yeah.
Still dragging Torque
1,
with you, of course.
2, 3, 4. Why is this so slow?
Bowson, make me a perception check again. Sin, roll into initiative if you'd be so kind.
Yay! Oh, I didn't click on my dude.
Gotcha. 14.
Dang.
So the Pastor Timothy grabs Torque over there. So Pastor Timothy has just had his turn. So Bowson, you hear all sorts of commotion out in the common room. Start prone because you're asleep. And Hector, you're still sleeping through this?
I'll wake up, I guess.
Okay, you can roll into initiative too.
If I have to.
I start knocking on the door saying, something's wrong out there, something's wrong. I have no idea if anyone's out there anyway, so I'm banging on the door for Hector. Maybe I'll say, Hector, Pastor Timothy, there's some sort of fight happening out there.
We better be winning.
Right, so that's Bowson's turn. Now we can go to Pastor Timothy.
Right.
For my action, can I take the dash action?
Sure.
Yep.
Sort of bang on Hector's door and just take off. Sure. Then pass to Timothy.
Looking at the staircase, but then I see the window down to the south. I think that'll be a quicker way to get out.
Sure.
Uh,
And it's a 10-foot drop, but absolutely you can if you want.
3. So
Oh, that window.
dash again just to get there, and free object interaction to open the window.
And then just fall down.
Well, I'm still dragging Torque.
Yeah.
I'm threatening to chuck Torque out. So I don't think I can chuck Torque out with a bonus action, can I?
No, I was imagining both of you were going, but you can throw Torque out if you want. On your next turn.
Yeah.
All
On my
right.
next turn. Yeah, so basically I want to have Torque up against the window, like kind of ready to chuck out.
Sure. All right. Hector.
Incompetence, the lot of them. Can't deal with the simplest of things. Oh, I'm stuck at the door. Oh, I can open it. Uh-huh. I will move through the doors. Oh, it was already open. It's not letting me through.
Stay still, I got you. Stay still. There we go.
What's happening here?
We see Pastor Timothy for some reason about trying to throw Torque out the window.
I didn't do it!
What have you done now, you fool?
I didn't do anything! They framed me!
You clearly did something. What did you do?
You're just like all the rest, blaming me!
Well, most of the time it is your fault.
Imagine you had a dash to get over there, Hector.
Well, I don't feel the need to dash.
All right.
All right,
Cool.
I will
I'm
move
go-
away from the door to let somebody in, though.
Sure.
I'll just move here.
I'm
Torque is
going
about
to
throw
attempt
out
to.
the window. Yep.
I'm going to attempt to try and break free again.
All right, let's see the battle of the... Oh, that's better.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You break free.
Unhand me, you fiend! He's been possessed! Now that my throat is free of his hands. So,
Action.
I'm going to attempt... So my action was to break free, so I'm now going to attempt to move away.
Yeah.
I don't know if he gets another opportunity slap on me or similar.
He can
So
still
I'm going
punch
to
you.
head. Yep.
And he does. Take 1 point of damage.
Yeah.
All right. You can go further than that if you want. You've got 30 feet of movement, of course.
Well, I'll at least go next. Yeah, there's fine. There's fine.
How did you lose to a priest, man? I thought you used to be a combatant.
You don't understand. He's been possessed by a spirit, I believe, of some wrongly killed woman who's been falsely accused of a crime. Just listen to him as he mumbles on.
Don't really care about the spirit. How do we unspirit him?
I wish we knew the. I imagine the cleric would know, but he's been possessed.
This is kind of like what happened to Baleson. What did we do in that scenario again? Oh yes,
I
we
wasn't-
beat him into submission. That is... I think I have a plan. Been a long time coming, Pastor.
Okay, Baleson, you're up.
Trying to get through this blooming door. Come on.
I got you.
Yeah, it's open.
There you go.
4, 5. Did someone say anything about spirits?
Ailson, you've been possessed. What's our best course of action here?
He looks at he looks at Pastor Timothy, and he just
You're
says,
just like the rest of them.
I say, shut up, spirit! Shut up! That man is the nicest person, and this is just the next worst thing that could happen to him in this day. If you don't get out right now, I'll compel you. And I'm trying to intimidate it out. And I just sort of roar at him and try and make myself look big.
Oh, make an intimidation check.
$15.
Nope.
That was a double click.
Oh, well.
Didn't think so.
No. Hey, Pastor Timothy or the young girl. One, maybe both. What do you do?
You have to believe me. You do believe me, don't you? Swear you believe me. All of you. Or I'll have to do to you what they say I did to that man.
Well, that depends what you imply. What did you do to that man?
I did nothing. Did nothing to that
So-
man.
So you're gonna do nothing to us?
I'm going to do what they say I did to that man.
And what do they say you did?
Well, earlier, before you were here, there was a whole exposition between me and past and
yes,
Gordon
I'm
and
very
Ghost and
aware.
everything. They you know stuff. They said that I killed the Mr. Bloody Wormond, but I didn't. It was framed by the wife. So that's what's happening. They say I murdered him, so that's what I would, in essence, be threatening to do to you, murder you.
Well, why don't you just go kill the wife? Why are you bothering us?
Where is she? Take me to her.
You haven't exactly given us the most amount of details in the world, have you? Not the smartest. No wonder you got framed. What? Oh, nothing.
You look like you'd be a worthy vessel. You could take me to her.
Just got to say that I stick up for the poor, and if someone's abused their power against you, then of course I will do my best to avenge you and to set things right. But please, you do not need to just jump down our throats willy-nilly. Please relinquish our friend, and we will all help. Pastor Timothy is the best among us. He'd do it in a heartbeat.
For a 6-second exposition, I think Hector is having this debate, and Pastor Timothy, you don't want to give up this body. This is a nice body.
No. And if there is any sort of vestige of Pastor Timothy, I think if there would be a way to break through, I would say, no, leave her be, leave her here. It's horrible in her mind, but we need to save her, and this might be the only way.
Pastor Timothy, you don't get to do an exposition, sorry. You're an unwilling vessel in your own body. So you know what's happening, but you have no control over your body. It's like you're inside of a robot.
I'm going to gently reach out my hand and say, "Don't worry, we're going to help you." And then I'm going to try and gently grab her, touch her shoulder, not grab.
Okay. How are you
Do I
doing that?
touch her shoulder?
Well, you can certainly try. What are you attempting to do? A stunning strike, are you? Or
I'm gonna touch her shoulder, then cast a spell.
sure. What's the spell?
Chromatic orb, point blank.
Is that a ranged attack?
Yes.
In that case, roll to attack, but it's at disadvantage because you're right up close to him.
Fine, I'll hit him with a shocking grasp, then.
Okay.
That one is a touch. Uh-oh.
Oh, ooh. Slash horribly
Now,
misses.
Oh,
My
what
question,
that was nothing.
did you use both of your hands? Was one holding the hand and the other one touching the shoulder?
No.
Oh,
I guess I'll
okay.
just bonus action beat them up. Actually, yeah. I'll make an unarmed strike.
Sure.
Oh, did that work? No. Okay. I'll roll it.
Right click, probably. That's the two-finger click.
Yeah.
I think that'll hit Pastor Timothy without
Yep.
armor or anything. Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
What's your strength score, Hector? +1, +2,
5.
-1?
Mine's -1. Why?
Because with unarmed strikes, you do 1 plus your strength modifier, but you always do it less than 1.
Does Hector have monk?
Oh,
Monk
yeah,
abilities.
I'm a
Oh,
monk.
sorry. Monk stuff. Sorry. No, yeah, 4 points of damage. Yeah, my apologies. Monk stuff. Yep. That 4 points of damage, Pastor Timothy.
Get him!
Right.
All right, Torque.
Okay, well, seeing the others intervene, I shall also try and slap him silly. Come to your senses, man!
That's 2 points of
That's a
damage. More punching on Pastor Timothy. All right, Baleson.
I said what I'd do to you. I totally said what I'd do to you. And if you're in there, it's totally not what it's not from the day before. Okay, sorry, Pastor. Ah, that's not rolling either. Bugger. Do. No, that's a hit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How
And
much damage?
I get a 4 damage. It says just straight 4.
Yep, so that'll be 1 plus your strength. So you more punches to the face, Pastor Timothy. Take, what, 4 points of damage? 4 points of
Yep.
damage.
I'm on
All right.
5 now.
All right, Pastor Timothy. Screw these guys.
Yeah, screw all these guys. Now, Malcolm, my instinct would be to run and jump through the window and try to get away.
Oh.
To seek revenge upon this wife.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether the ghost would feel the same.
No, I think that's a good one. You do the disengage and then jump out this window.
Yeah.
Right. So you can absolutely do that. We'll land you over there, down on the outside of the building there. And
You're just like the rest of them!
And just because you're on 5 hit points, why don't you roll the d6 damage for me, Pastor Timothy? All right. And I think that's as far as you can get. Oh, actually. Oh, no, you took the disengage action, yeah, so that was your action. Hector!
Yep.
As this window is open and the ghost Timothy has left the building.
He's cleaning up your messes. I'm just going to peek around the corner and then look at Pastor Timothy as he's trying to run away. Hang on. And I'm going to fire a chromatic orb at him.
To hit?
I never.
No disadvantage this time.
I'll go with cold. Damn it.
It explodes around you, Pastor Timothy. No effect whatsoever. Torque! Buddy's running away, madly possessed. What do you do?
We must give chase and get that foul spirit out of his body. So I shall go to the window. He's below the window on the ground.
Got a clear line
I'm
of sight on him.
all right. Well, I'm going to try and land on him as my unarmed attack. So basically, a flying kick from above.
Oh, roll to hit. Got some Bruce Lee vibes happening here. From the top ropes. Oh, beautiful.
Oh,
Hey.
And that should be a stock standard 2.
Yep. Very cool though. But unfortunately, tell you what, since you mostly land on Pastor Timothy, you can take half of a d6. So take 1 point of damage from the fall as Pastor Timothy takes the blow for you. Baleson, everybody's jumping out windows. What do you do?
Yep, I'm going to go to the window and say, have you got him, Talk? You're on top of him. Have you got him?
Oh, I haven't got him yet.
All right, I'm just going to try and leap down and use my burgeoning circus skills to try and mitigate the fall. Try and land next to him.
Acrobatics check.
Yeah. Acrobatics. That's why I took athletics. I know it's an acrobatics check to land nicely. Ah, cool. And I don't know why it's doing double rolls, because that second one was awesome.
I love your guys' enthusiasm, but I think I'll take the stairs if it's the same thing.
Well, unfortunately, you do land prone, but you only take 1 point of damage, Nelson. That wasn't cool.
Cool. Do I still have my action left, or is that?
No, you do have your action left.
I am going to try and grab the prone Pastor Timothy.
Opposed grapple checks, please.
And that's athletics, right?
Well, you're at disadvantage though, Baleson, because you're trying to do it from the ground.
Oh, and he's on the ground as well.
You're prone on the ground.
Oh, he's not prone? Okay.
No.
All right, 1, 2. Oh, there we go. So 19.
Okay, so you get a firm hold of Pastor Timothy.
Snap out of it, man!
Pastor Timothy.
yeah. Fuck y'all. And I'll just lash out at the nearest person. Lash out at the nearest person, whoever it is. Boom.
Fortunately, well, remember the rule for natural 20s. You get to double the dice. What dice you're rolling, Timothy? None. So still 1 point of damage. Who did you punch?
Probably Torque, because he landed on me.
The Belton is holding you.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be 2 damage points.
Because you double the dice and there's no dice being rolled, so it's just 1 plus your strength. So just 1.
Yeah. And I'll break down into sobs and say, you're just like all of them. You'll never give anyone a fair shake. Not anyone like me.
Hector.
He's taking the stairs.
I'm going to peer over the edge and see them both piled on, and he says, I think I've done enough. I'm just going to slowly walk to the stairs. I'm not going to even use all of my movement. I'll end my turn there. Just casually taking my time.
Sure.
There's no need to rush.
Okay, Torque.
Only Pastor Timothy is in danger, and he's not very important.
Torque.
Forgive me, Timothy, and I shall strike him down. Or not. I don't know if that's a hit or not.
Nope. Was that
nope.
Timothy? Nope. Oh, okay. Alright. Baleson, you've got a hold of Pastor Timothy. Miraculously from the ground. I'll say you stood up using your movement at the end of your last turn, so you can stand up for free.
Okay. And I'll say, look, we want to believe you, but you're doing all this damage to our friend. We can't let our friend die. This is not... I swore to you that I agreed with you and that we would help, but I need you to relinquish your hold on our friend. Please, just come out of the pasture and into the world, and we will see what we can do.
Attempting to persuade.
Cool.
You can make a persuasion check.
Here we go. Straight roll. 15.
Nope. Pass it, Timothy.
Pack y'all. And I'm going to try and break the grapple and run away.
Sure. Not bad.
Would you want that to do that?
Oh.
So Timothy, you are free. You can run away if you like. You will in fact attack opportunities, but you can take off.
Yep. Running away. I'm running away.
I'll punch
Come
him.
at you.
Oh,
Unarmed strike. It's just a
Talk.
D20 plus 5.
All right. Talk misses wildly.
11.
Wilson. I think that misses.
misses only just. So
Just misses.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right. Hector, going to wander down the stairs.
I'm going to reflect on this short and egregious relationship that I have had with the others. I'm going to think, there's two of them. Surely they have not lost him. But then I remember exactly who they are. I'm going to open the window in front of me.
Okay.
Sigh. Can I hop out of it, or do I have to wait a bit?
Oh, you can hop out of it, absolutely.
The
Unless
things
you've
you'd have to do for your underlings. I'll jump out the window.
And you land there, unless you've got some cool... Oh, do you have monk? No, probably not at this level. We take 4 points of damage from the fall. And we'll say that is maybe another 10 feet of movement left. Yeah, not at this level, Baleson. So fall out the window, go for a little run. Torque, this possessed Pastor Timothy is determined. What do you do?
We might be quick, but even in my hobbling, I should be able to keep up with him. He's got his back to me, so I'm going to attempt to coup de grace, knock him down. Let's see how we do this time. Oh, son of a...
Cool.
Can't bring yourself to punch your friend, obviously.
I'm going to do a non-lethal unarmed strike on him.
Sure.
Here we go. +5, +5, +5. Yay! That's four non-lethal damage. So knock him out.
Yeah.
He gets knocked out. The ghost appears next to him and continues her line. It wasn't me. She's going to roll into initiative. She rolls an 8, which will make actually her turn next. Assuming that ends your turn, Baleson.
That ends my turn, yeah. No, I don't have any bonus actions I can do.
Pastor Timothy, you're unconscious. The hangirl just turns to all three of you and just lets out this horrible scream. Just, ugh. Everybody rank me a wisdom saving throw, except Pastor Timothy.
Well, that's a 3.
That one's fun.
Okay, Hector. Oh, well, Pastor Timothy, you didn't have to roll. Hector and Torque passed. Balson, roll me a d4.
That's a 3.
Type of thing are you? Like your half orc?
Half orc.
Okay, just a sec. How old is Balson?
Quite young from memory. Like
Reach
20
adulthood.
something.
They reach adulthood around the age of 14.
Yeah, so I think he was like 16 or 17, like a young adult.
No, you're not. You're 46. You age 30 years.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah, if the save fails by 5 or more, the target ages 1d4 times 10 years. You just age 30 years. And if that's not enough to scare you in Balson, I don't know what is. And she just screams. Yeah. And you're terrified.
1 year younger than me.
And then she 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 14 just takes off.
I'm gonna try and can I try and get an attack of opportunity?
You can do so, but it'll be at disadvantage because you're frightened of it.
Oh, I'm frightened of it, am I? As well. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Yep. No, I'm just going to swipe with my short sword.
Sure.
At 1, 2, and take the lowest of these. 11. Does 11 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay, cool. And that is 1d6 plus 3. Add 3 to this. 9.
Doesn't quite catch and do as much damage as you expect. Most of it passes for her in corporeal form, and she takes 4 points of damage.
Mm-hmm. That's as much as Gerald expected, but not Balson.
You're Hector, the ghost girl running away.
I'm going to dust myself off a bit. Everything seems to solve itself. I'll shoot a bit of acid at it.
Oh.
Yes, it's still in range. It's a dex saving.
Oh, it's a dex save. Okay. +1 to this, since your rolls are 14.
Yeah, that passes.
Okay, so the acid just goes wide. No good. Torque, she's taken off. She came on just screaming down the street. It wasn't me! It wasn't me! Do you do?
In my opinion, does it seem likely that she will try and inhabit some other innocent? That would seem likely.
Yeah, you saw exactly what she did to Pastor Timothy.
Right. Well, I don't think I can let that stand. Now, as by the looks of it, she's more than 30 feet away, so I will have to dash to keep up. So I will do that at least for this turn. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll do a diagonal 5, so I've kept up. Because I don't want any innocents hurt. I can't take an attack, so that's it.
Okay, Balson.
I'm scared.
You can't move towards her. You get another wisdom saving throw at the end of your turn, though.
I'm going to shoot my short bow. Add 4 to this. That misses, right?
No, that hits.
Sorry, is it at disadvantage, all attack rolls with frightened as well?
Yes, it's at disadvantage, so...
That's right. Alright. So that's 10.
That misses. So you should be able to work out what her armor class is now. And make a wisdom saving
Yep.
throw at the end of your turn.
Oh, of course. Wisdom saving, my favourite. Nope.
You're still afraid. Fortunately, you don't age again, so that's something.
Yep.
So you can move backwards if you like, but that's about your only option. Pastor Timothy is kind of do nothing.
I move to here. So that's not getting any closer.
The girl screams at Torque again. It's not my fault! And she runs away again. Gonna take another swipe if you like, Torque.
Since I wasn't in armor, I didn't imagine I had my weapons handy, so it will be an armed strike again.
Sure. Hits.
What?
Yep, 2 points of damage. And as she's running down the street, screaming down, "It's not my fault, it's not my fault!" And then, for some reason, she just disappears.
Oh.
Stop for a moment. Search for her. Can't find her. And it ends.
All right, well, I'm going to return to Pastor Timothy, and I I'm going to use the other 5 points of laying hands to get him up and about.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Fully aware of what happened to Timothy. He said it's like you're inside of a robot. You saw and felt everything, but had no control over your own body. So you know what happened.
That it wasn't me. It wasn't me. Guys,
What, is he still
it wasn't me,
possessed?
right?
It wasn't me, it wasn't me.
It is a most perplexing mystery how those remains came to me, and this incident gives me pause for thought that not everything is as it seems, and I cannot abide by a lack of truth. What time of the evening is this? Is this sort of around midnight? Because we were endeavouring to, because we're now well injured, do we need to sleep in order to recover?
No, it should be midnight, because that's when the ghost awoke.
You can, yeah, that's correct. And you can return to your beds, and you may take a full long rest if you like. In fact, no, take that back. You don't get a long rest. You get a long rest and a level up. That's what you get.
Oh.
Pastor Timothy, I'd like to apologize. You're not the most useless person in this party after all. There's 2 who seem to be competing for that position.
Oh, well, the light of the Redeemer will reveal a lot of truths to us as we go through this life. And sometimes the capabilities of those around us is one of the things that we become more acutely aware of as we're around them more, and are able to appreciate them with the teamwork and the gelling of the people and stuff like that, you know.
I feel... Do I have a dad bod?
I don't know. It's a good question. Mechanically nothing, so I'll just let you decide exactly what that makes a Belson change.
He's got an extra chin. His hair is greyed slightly. Sudden appearance of wrinkles around his eyes and that sort of thing. He's definitely looking a little bit more worn. some aches and pains in his knees and back. Because 46 is kind of like 56 in human years. Would that be right?
Half orcs really live past 75 years old.
So it's kind of like a quarter. Okay, so a ratio of like, yeah, so every 3 years of an orc is like 4 years to a human sort of thing.
That seems about right.
Yeah, okay.
And while you
Cool.
guys are leveling up, I'm just going to take a moment and say goodnight to the kidling. So level up and we'll get back to it in just a moment.
38 or 39 degrees in Melbourne. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Everyone was so scared of getting heat stroke that they went everywhere in a cab, but I just walked for it was only about 5-6 blocks. I was like, oh, this is warm, but because it was so dry, it's not like I find the weather in Auckland right now far more debilitating than that sort of 38-degree day.
Yeah, muggy sucks.
Yeah, like that 38-degree, it was like, I feel like I'm standing next to an element, but it's such a dry heat. Whereas right now, like I'm sweating something profusely. Did you see any b-ball while you were down there?
Not live, but I've been keeping in touch with the breakers.
Yeah, up and down, but they seem to have turned a corner.
Well, yeah, we got a win. That's like pretty nice.
Yeah, I know. Got off the bottom. No, we might be on the bottom again now, I think, actually, from memory.
But yeah, the main news right now is that Luka Doncic trade.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, crazy. Like,
crazy.
For Anthony Davis and some fucking, like, no-names.
And just only talking to the Lakers about it, like, that's some backdoor dealing, mate. That is some dodgy billionaire sure.
Dodgy.
Oh, and speaking of it, how are you surviving? If you had to give up Hershey's over there in Canada?
Well, no. Well, he actually rolled back. We call him 47. We can't, because he's president number 47. We can't bring us to say the T word. But President 47 rolled back the 25% tariff isn't happening. It's on hold. You're going to reassess.
Oh, mate, I just can't, like, there's going to be so much interesting spice and hockey matches and the Toronto Raptor matches and all that sort of stuff. That's going to be...
Well, the Canadians, who are stereotypically nice, at a recent hockey game, they booed over top of the US national anthem.
Fair.
Yeah.
We were, just while you were away, the class-specific things, like I was looking at that Inquisitor stuff, our Beyond, our D&D Beyond for that, if I wanted to access that, is that something you have to open up for us? Or is it, do you just read from the book and kind of do it? Because some of those settings, I can't remember, I'd have to open the book again. I've got it. There's not something from your end there, is there?
I don't think so. It should just work, which is famous last words, I know.
Yeah, it's just when I did that, it gives me the, yeah. So in terms of the, what do you call it? The oath that I can take, there is one called Oathbreaker. I don't know if that's the stock standard one or not.
Oh, well, it's a moment in every paladin's life. What path do you plan to take? Is it this? Is it
Yeah,
I
didn't know. Yeah, I just know if there was one that was specific to the Oathbreaker book. I was just looking for it now. Yeah, it's on my folder here. Open. Gone. Oathbreaker. That would be under O. No, it's not.
So you took the Paladin one from the book, right?
Yeah.
And let's have a look. I got it.
Crown of the Oathbreaker. Player options.
And so you're
the subclass that I was interested in was the Inquisitor, I think, but I didn't know if this was.
Yeah. Hence naming your character Torque the Inquisitor.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so like it's different spells here. It's the comprehend languages, detect good and evil, I think. And it's channel divinity, pierce illusion, or denounce shapeshifter, I think.
I'll tell you what. Mechanically, we're going to say I'll probably have to add the Inquisitor subclass to the paladin. But just
Yep.
assume you have your comprehend languages, detect evil and good. And when I get
Yep.
into your actual oath taking at a future point in time, just for role-playing reasons,
Yep.
but for mechanical reasons, just take those spells and I'll do it properly when I
Yeah.
get the chance.
That's why I didn't want to select one of those and then be like all stuck with those if that was going to be something different.
Sure.
Just
So
to get the
you're-
flavour right for the rest of it.
Yep, so you're a seeker
so
of truth
I've
and
walked-
judges of the faith, inquisitive and vowed to punish the guilty. Now keep
Yep.
the law set to them by their faith and tenets. And of course,
Yep.
I think the key word there is by your faith and tenets. Like your tenets might say just gut the evil, right? You don't have to, you're not beholden to the law of the land. You're beholden by the law of your tenets. All right. Okay, so you all get a nice long rest in. You're all maximally healed. You all feel just a little bit tougher than you did before.
Yes,
And come
Riley
down.
is 1 hit point tougher.
Oh, wow.
Did you see that?
Oh,
He double won
Riley.
it.
Oh dear, that's not good.
Hey, at least I didn't have to change it.
I did the maths on it. If it's 3 to 4, then Baleson's equivalent of the 61-year-old in human years.
Same thing for you, Riley. I'll make you a tentacled monk officially. Yeah, so basically the thing just to keep in mind for now, you have a 10-foot long unarmed reach now with your tentacle.
Hey.
Okay. So I'll set it all
Cool.
properly post-session. Because right now, you guys are given lunch or order breakfast. It's included in the price of your stay. It's one of those things that offers free breakfasts. And yeah, what do you do?
Well, what were we going to do? We were going to do the cleaning of the house. Was that what we were going to do in the morning?
I think that was what we did. The Gorso household was the thing that we had left.
Yeah. So we need to track down Wixon, was it?
Wester.
Oh no, track
This guy.
Wester.
Nathan
Yeah.
Wester and the back there, and perhaps when we're there, when we get there, perhaps we can ask about the strange occurrences of last night.
Right.
See if he's heard any tale.
Okay. So as you're gathering for breakfast, as the Lucky Leap Tavern slowly builds up, Ricio Tane, the proprietor, he's the one to serve you. He seems like a good guy. And then someone enters the establishment, looking remarkably like Torque. A tiefling, the horns are the same, the general clothes are the same. He would look like not a twin of Torque, but maybe a brother of Torque. And he says, my apologies. I have a bit of a awkward conversation to have with you guys at the moment. Is it okay if I take a seat?
Of course. I suspect I know what is coming.
Oh, well, you see, my name is Oars, and I believe you have a package that belongs to me. I talked to the courier,
Indeed.
tracked the courier down, and I believe it was an urn. And look,
That is the case.
And look, we look practically like brothers. I'm sure you can understand how this has happened. But I'd like my urn back, please. It's my father's ashes.
Who was your father? Out of interest, Oars?
His name is Warman Seidel. I am Oris Seidel.
And was it the case that your father was allegedly killed by a servant of your household?
Oh, no. Not alleged. Actually killed. She denied it to the end when she hung from the gallows, but no. She was having an illicit affair with my father, and the mother went crazy and killed the father. Hence his ashes here, and she managed to. She almost killed him, but then the scorned lover killed him. So that girl, she hung from the gallows, and it was a good day. But anyway, can I have my urn back, please?
Of course, I have no legal right to it, so I am going to return the urn to him.
Thank you. I pray there was no troubles with it.
Well, whatever troubles are associated with it are now yours to deal with. We did not know. I was trying to find out where these remains should be sent. So I'm glad that you have been able to receive the remains of your father.
Deception check. That's not true talk.
Isn't it?
There were most definitely troubles.
It wasn't untrue that I was glad that he was getting it back, though.
That's true.
Ah.
Are you sure nothing strange happened?
Well, we were visited in the night by a strange spirit that claimed that it was innocent of any crimes, and as you happened to mention it, the spirit was in the shape of a hung woman with a broken neck.
And what did you do with the spirit? Did you banish it? Did you destroy it? Did you send it to hell? Something like that?
It attacked the good pastor here, and we had to drive the spirit from his body by striking him down. We were most lucky, I think, fortunate to escape with our lives.
Look at me. It made me really old. It made me really, really old. I was in the prime of my youth, and now I don't think I can handle too much spice.
I'm glad you got rid of the spirit. I'm sorry it was so dangerous to you, but that's something, I guess. So thank you for taking good care of my father's ashes. Good day to you. Yep, sure.
Good day, sir.
Can I just do a that's just popped into my head, like a sort of an insight check whether when he said no, it was definitely her.
Oh, you want to see whether he truly believes that that girl killed the father?
Yep.
Sure.
I'd love to help in that check.
No, you won't. It doesn't matter.
Well, you can do your own insight check if you like, Pastor Timothy.
Oh, thank you, sir. Oh, yeah.
Believe every word he says.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Words? He was speaking words? I didn't make out any words.
Well, good day to you. And he leaves.
Oh, that was mighty suspicious.
No, it wasn't. He was telling the truth. He was absolutely telling the truth.
He was telling
What was
he
suspicious?
believed the truth.
Nothing happened.
Doesn't make it the truth.
I know, but he's not a suspect. He's being totally straight up with us.
Well, it's just people who do commit murders don't tend to end up as vengeful ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
I suggest that from here we go and see the Red Cloak, so we can inquire about the work at the Gorso household. And I suspect while we're there, it might be worth mentioning these strange occurrences to him, to see if he has heard anything of the. Perhaps he was aware of the case in his capacity as lawgiver.
I wholeheartedly agree.
And also, just as we stroll, I'd like to just lead the boys in a little prayer that the Redeemer show us the path forward.
Yeah, the Redeemer sure.
Hopefully that does not include beating each other senseless.
Oh, we're very good at that. It's one of the very few things we're good at.
As you make your way to the halls of the lawgiver, which is where you know Nethel Wester will hang out, none of you are really from around here, are you? Or make me a history check.
All of us?
Yep, all of you, all four of you, since none of you are really from around here. Talk.
Awesome.
One more from Hector.
I'm not interested.
Interested, okay. One thing perhaps in your religious studies, Pastor Timothy, you studied the history of this land, and everybody knows that this land used to be ruled by the Dark Angels of the Dark Star before the moon was shattered and their power was lost. Odin Beer initially was just this initial wall here. That was the size of the city when the Dark Angels ruled, and due to the following theocracy and the following monarchy, it has expanded and expanded. But this old wall is very, very old. It's and as you glance over it to a Pastor Timothy, you notice some of the bricks tend to shift, like the mortar between them moves about, and as you look closer, it kind of snaps back into the place. And you remember the dark power that you found in the Alley of Menace, where the gnolls turned on you. And you swear, Pastor Timothy, that you can see some type of writing or runes on the wall that look almost out of place, right here behind the Lucky Tavern.
Hey guys, can you see that? That runes writing? I don't know. I can only just make it out. I don't want to go back there though.
I'll try and read it. Is it in Thieves' Cant at all?
No. You get closer to the wall, not so close as Pastor Timothy seems a bit afraid. You can all make out these glyphs, this writing on the side of the wall. If you wish to attempt to read it, it's not in common, it's in something else. And depending on your next history check, I will tell you if any of you can make it out.
Right.
Does he want us to make another history check then?
Yeah, Klaus
Yeah.
can't make it out. Torque can't make it out. Pastor Timothy can't make it out.
Come on, Hector.
Probably just graffiti. Don't go looking for problems.
See that history check anyway, Hector.
Okay.
Smidge.
None of you can make it out.
And the new comprehend languages skill that I obtained would not be appropriate at this juncture.
You can certainly try.
Okay, well, I haven't actually added the spell thing to it because that wasn't that option.
Sure. I would just say you cast Comprehend Languages on the wall. And one thing you notice that is revealed, it's a very ancient form of common, known to only the most skilled historians familiar with the age of the Dark Angels. It's almost like if you've seen like something like the Canterbury Tales written in its initial non-edited form, it's almost incomprehensible. It's that, but even more so. But what it says is this.
Find the hideout at the top.
Cryptic.
And the wall seems to shift when you're not quite looking at it, sort of thing.
Like in your peripheral vision, it tends to move, but when you lock onto it, it's rock solid.
Yeah. Does it feel like these runes have always been here, or are they gone? Does it feel more like these runes have kind of appeared to us?
Make a perception check to try and work out if they've been there a long time and people have just missed it, or they recently appeared. Like, you know, the wall is hundreds of years old. They seem less than 100 years old. They seem hundreds of years. They seem relatively recent. And you can't quite nail it down. It could be a day, it could be a month, it could be a year. You're not sure. Somewhere in that range, though.
And given that above the wall there is the location called the Fists of Aznar, is this the some sort of protective gate into this?
It's this structure here. There's a brown one with ballistas and stuff on top of it. It's a defensive structure to keep people out of the noble district.
And is it relatively high? Do we see anything up on this, or is there higher places in?
You see guards manning the ballista, looking bored as guards do. But this is probably maybe the wall itself is 20 feet tall, and this is maybe 40 feet tall up.
Would this also be roughly the highest point in the city, or given that it's next to the river, is it a low point?
No, the highest bit, I can't find it at the moment. It's called the Minaret of the Speaker. It's a tower that is like a public broadcasting system, and actually the tallest thing is a palace, actually, by easily. Other than that, is like the Minaret of the Speaker would be the tallest structure in here. They're giving public address announcements. It seems to echo around the whole city. Yet another invention of Master Arlen, the constructor, this PA system.
Another curious event to add to our list of curiosities. Perhaps we should have gone back to see the guide. Maybe he'd be able to shed some light on it.
I assume he was the most trustworthy individual. He led us into a fucking cursed alleyway.
I'm
very intrigued about it. I must say. How difficult does this wall look like to scale, Malcolm?
One thing that is abundantly obvious is the people in the High District don't like just anybody walking in here. There is guards posted, and needless to say, these guards here are perhaps one on the blister of most concern to you. So climbing on the wall, number one, is strictly forbidden because you're sneaking into the High District. They pay good money to keep safe. So first of all, you're going to have to avoid the eyes of the royal swords, and secondly, it looks like quite a difficult, as I said, 20 feet tall, but it would be a difficult climb. So a difficult climb and avoiding the attention of the royal swords on ground.
I definitely am not going to do it during the day, but I might make note of this for a nighttime mission. So I take note of the guards and say, well, actually quite intrigued by this, everyone, but I think I consider it a nocturnal event to come back, to return here and see if the hideout is indeed on top.
So you carry on to the halls of the lawgiver, I'm assuming?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Just doing behind the scenes. Okay. So you head over to the halls of the lawgiver. There's a whole bunch of red cloaks here. There's about 50 of them. Well, actually, there's 50 of them in the city, so there might be... there's 50 total, so less here. But eventually you attract the attention of Nathal Wester. The people who solved the pork situation. Believe you've come here looking for more work?
That is correct.
Well, as you know, the King's Games are just a day or days away now, getting closer and closer. And everybody is in town. And for the first time, at least as long as I've been alive, the Gorso family has accepted the invitation. And they are expecting to return to their manor inside of the noble district. The manor has been untouched for decades now. Basically, you guys are cleaning people. If you have a problem lowering yourself to the cleaning of houses, then perhaps it's best you be on your way.
And what would be the remuneration for this activity?
Good solid day's work, 10 gold pieces, and that's cutting my own throat. But you get the reference?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Dibbler.
Dibbler, yep.
10 gold pieces each, or 10 gold pieces for us all?
Oh, all together. And I could get the whole thing done by a couple of, a few washerwomen, a few washermen for maybe half that price. So 10 gold pieces for all of you.
That would still represent a very good day's work for honest citizens. So,
What?
honest citizens such as ourselves, I think, would be well served to do it. Although I will also recount to him the tale of the strange occurrences at the inn last night, just to hear if he has heard anything of the Wormolds.
Takes a moment, and he starts looking through the filing cabinet, and he brings out a case file about the Wormolds, and pretty much he says, yes, this makes sense. The young girl was spurned by the father. Well, not a young girl, she was 20 years old, and her advances were spurned, and she went crazy and killed him, and she was hung for her crimes. There is no mystery there. She was proven beyond a reasonable doubt. It wasn't me that passed the sentence, but somebody, a red cloak, did. And as you know, what the red cloaks say is law. So as far as the law is concerned, she was hung rightly and justly. Though I must admit, her ghostly appearance gives me pause. This happened at least 100 years ago. My understanding is ghosts have unfinished business, and until their business is finished, they are cursed to wander this earth, but they can't wander too far from an anchor, a position of their death, something like that. So while I thank you for bringing this to the Red Cloak's attention, until that ghost makes another appearance, I'm not sure what we can do. But thank you for the information.
Right, so I'm not below some fleeing, so
You're very quiet.
You're-
So I think you're coming through Riley's
You're
mic.
muted.
Talk?
You're muted.
yes, I was going through Riley's microphone. It was feeding back, so that's why I switched myself off. So yes, a good honest day's work. I look forward to it. What say you, fellow companions?
I think that I should do something like that. That would be fantastic.
But also
I think it'd be
interesting-
very interesting to see this manor and to clean it and get it up to scrub. Just out of interest, though, did the Gorsals give any reason as to why they were breaking their, why they're coming to the city after such a long time? Must be a special occasion or something, yeah?
Well, it's the King's Game, which is a special occasion, but it's no special, no more or less special than last year's or the years before or
Right.
the years before that. So
Well, it must be something particular about them then this year then.
perhaps I couldn't say.
Have you heard any news of the Gorsal family and any of the stuff that's been going on in Gorsal?
To put on my political hat here, the Gorsos are a fine, noble family. While they decided to leave Odin a number of years ago, that is their prerogative. Put me in a bit of a bind here.
Well,
Let's just say some of their practices I've heard coming out of Gorso are becoming more unsavory by the second. It seems as if Lord Gorso is trying to, how can I put this delicately, spread his seed far and wide. He is having many children. Not sure the exact number, but we suspect it's at least 50.
Oh, yeah.
And rumors have it that he acquired a unicorn as well. What he would do with such a magnificent beast is your guess as good as mine. But I'm going to drop my political hat. It's for nefarious reasons, I am sure. But they are a noble family. They can do what they like. But let's just say I don't approve.
Aye. And you'll be keenly aware of their goings about in town, I'd imagine.
Should be here in the coming days, assuming they're true to their word. And get to the matter of hand, they're expecting a clean mansion.
Well, we'll better hop to it then.
yes, let's.
Right, here's the key for the front door. Here is a personal writ. He writes out a short memo, stamps it with a wax seal. Says, hand this to the guards. That should get you into the High District. Unless there's any other questions, I suggest you be on your way. Right. So you leave the halls of the lawgiver, back across Granker's chains. Oh, sorry, yeah. And at the Fists of Azinar, I think I called it the Granker's chains. Before you show the writ to the guard, they give you a nod. All right, Gorso Villa's over there. You're expected to clean it. You're not supposed to linger. You're not supposed to visit anybody. You're not supposed to talk to anybody. Do I make myself clear?
Clear as mud.
He grumbles. Yep. So you head over to the Gorso Manor, which is number 39 on the map.
Sorry, Malcolm, just as
Yep.
we pass through the gates, I'm going to look back to see if it's easier to climb the wall on this side.
You suspect it's easier on the other side. If nothing else, there's less eyes on you. Like you're out of place already. Okay, and as I think I've previously said, the place is completely overgrown. The once no doubt magnificent gardens are overgrown, and the house is all boarded up. What do you do?
Before we continue, I think it's important that I point a couple things out. Me and Pastor Timothy aren't on the greatest of terms with the Gorsos. It's none of your business what those terms are. But I think we've all known each other, and I can trust in your incompetence enough to know that you won't betray me on purpose. You'll just fail me. But I think it's very important that we're very truthful with each other.
I think what the young master is trying to say is that if we were in here and out before any of the Gorsos arrive, it would probably do us a world of good.
But I understand. I think I take your meaning. Perhaps then you should be on the cleaning up of the outside and the gardens, and perhaps we should do the cleanup on the inside. What say you, Balsam?
Oh, I'd love to go inside. That would be fantastic.
Fine, it's a lovely day for a bit of gardening, isn't it?
So Pastor Timothy and Hector are outside gardening, is that correct?
Yeah, or maybe they could also be removing the boarding from the windows on the outside level.
Oh, we've got a natural manager in this one.
Well, the boarding is boarded up from the inside, so doing it from the outside would be difficult. I guess you could try and kick it in, I guess, but it is boarded up.
Okay, well then, would that make sense to you? So you can keep an eye on the approaching Gorsos if you wish to avoid direct contact with them.
Aye, well, yeah, we'll give the garden a good looking over, and then once we get done there, we'll meet you inside.
So while
That sounds perfect.
Yep, Timothy and Hector start gardening, which is at this stage is just ripping up weeds. There's no subtlety to it. Torque and Balson, you approach the front door. You're given a key.
Oh,
I think we can entrust Balson with this key. You can do the honours.
And I certainly do. I unlock the door and open it wide.
It doesn't open. Seems to be stuck.
So the key itself seemed to fit.
Oh, the key fit and it turned in the lock. Made a satisfying click noise. And when you go to open, it's like it's It just won't budge.
Well, Baleson just gets down and just pulls it again.
Orc, I saw your chat text there. Do you want to check for traps first?
No, that was a side note there. I will, however, try and provide a bit of guidance to the actions of Balson.
Hey, Balson, make me an athletics check and add a d4 onto the other side.
So that is a 9 plus 11.
You throw your shoulder into it using your might, and you're just going to bust through the door. Is that the plan?
Yeah. Well, if it opens outwards, I'm trying to yank it outwards. If it opens inwards, I'll try and bust through.
Okay, so you bust through. The first thing you notice when you go inside is how incredibly cold is there. You didn't so much bust through the door, you bust through the ice that had encased the door. And just as you enter in, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
$14.
Yes. You look up just at the last instance, and above this door is this horrible brown fungus type of thing. And it explodes down upon you. And you take half of... No, I should do it this way. You take half of this in cold damage. As this ice... Ooh, that's a terrible roll. Oh,
Yeah, that's a fantastic roll.
27!
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Four damage.
4 damage.
5 damage, 4 damage.
Always round down, so 4 damage.
Yep.
And there's just ice everywhere.
Watch out! There's some sort of brown mold in here. It's frightfully cold as well. I don't recommend it. Do we have to clean up this crap?
And I'll bring you across to an actual map now. This is.
There is no way he would have got just anyone to clean a place like this.
See more of this brown mold scattered around this room. And
do we have? Sorry, talk. So you've got your ability to purify food. Would you be able to use that to sort of sanitize this place?
I'm not sure that would work. Let me have a quick look at what else I selected. Let's select.
What if we put it all in one big sandwich, then you purified the sandwich? Would that make it all disappear?
Well, perhaps we should have a look and try and determine what it is first.
The source of it.
So,
yes.
Is this? I'm going to try and do. I'm not proficient with it at all. Perhaps just a nature check to see if I can discern if this is a natural thing. It's weird that this place is so cold.
No idea. Same with you, Belson.
All right, I tentatively take another step forward.
Yeah, icy cold.
Is it so cold that we think it might damage us? Like, is it an environmental effect like we had in Icewind Dale?
No. It's below freezing, though, like -3, -4, i.e. the temperature outside my door here. Yep, -3 in my part of the world at the moment.
Cool. You missed Vinny's conversation of 42 degrees while he was working in Sydney last week.
Quite the opposite here. blanketed in snow as well, which is just a nuisance. Anyway, yep. Just
Well,
cold.
I tell you what, Talk. How about I go and look through this door to the north, and we'll begin and meet in the middle. How does that sound?
So split up, you say?
Oh
Now,
no, well, we don't need to split up. I'm just thinking,
how about we clear one room at a time? So
Okay.
there's windows to the south here, and
Okay.
those presumably were boarded up. So perhaps we should do that. But this brown mold, did it seem like it was reacting to you? Because you seemed a little harmed by it.
Oh no, it definitely hurt me, but I was just putting it down to being, in my twilight years. I'm scared that if we start wiping it and disturbing it, tell you what, I reach in and get a piece of material and wrap it around my face and suggest that Talk do the same.
Well, that seems sensible. And maybe since the room is cold, I can see some what look like lights down by the windows. Is that the case?
They're off. That's there.
Yeah, the turned off.
Unlit lamps.
And they're probably unlikely to be full with oil. All right. Well, I'm going to come down here and attempt to light one of the lamp to myself.
Yeah, it does indeed have some oil in it. It's easy enough to light from there, and it lights up.
Is that producing any warmth?
Oh, yes, but minimally so.
And the were you saying there's actual ice covering on the floor, or is it just ice cold?
The floor is ice. It even goes up the walls. Remember, the door couldn't open because of the ice. And the only thing that really breaks up this icy room is the mold, which is indicated in blue. Blue for brown mold.
Perhaps if we moved the flame closer to the mold, you'll see how it reacts.
So I'll take a. Well, given the place is so icy, it's unlikely to be particularly flammable. Would you say?
We can only try. I don't want to light it on fire. We'll burn the whole mansion down.
All right. Well, I will at least bring the a lit match or something or other closer to the mold to have a look at it.
You're
see what
5
happens.
feet away at the moment, having no effect. Do you get closer?
I've got closer.
Make me a Constitution saving throw.
Con.
At advantage because of your mask. So 8. Well, that's not good.
I'm glad about that.
Do you have any paladin stuff as well, now that you're level 3?
Well, we'll see what he has to say before I reveal what I can and can't do.
Yep.
Okay. We're all much better this time. You take 14 points of cold damage.
Oh.
It's the opposite
That's
of my
a
roll.
lot.
Yeah, so when you get close to it, regardless of this flame you're holding, this goes, and a spray of spores come out, and it goes into your lungs, and it's very, very cold. But they almost have killed you instantly, or knocked you out anyway. If you didn't know.
Yes, it probably would have if it had been. Right, well, that's an environmental hazard, isn't it?
It certainly is. I can't believe that we haven't come in here with full PPE. Look, perhaps there's something in this next room that we can use. Maybe we need to find the cause of it or something. I don't know.
Should we go and get the others, given this seems to me to be a rather unnatural situation and we could do with their input?
I actually think that having a cleric on hand would be of most benefit. Hey!
So,
Pastor!
Oi!
Talk here has had a grave injury and he needs to be seen to. If you wouldn't mind coming in, Now, have you seen anything like this? These brown, moldy things. Any idea what these could be?
Let me have a little think.
A nature check, if you like.
Nature.
With it. Yep. Just 1 second. You had a outbreak of this mold in your little temple back in Gorso. You know it is brown mold. It's a very descriptive name. You did have, well, number one, don't stand close to it. Get within, if you stand next to it, you're just asking for trouble. And you called someone in to get rid of the mold, and you said, get rid of it, and you just left them do the business, and when they returned, the mold was gone. But you don't remember how they got rid of it. That's what you get for a 17.
Did did your room feel warmer once you returned to it? Once it was gone?
Did it?
Felt slightly colder. This, I don't know, prayer book room or something. But not nearly to the extent that this in. It was like a little cold, but not nearly to this extent.
It was a touch cold, but yeah, this seems to be a worse infestation than I had. I'd suggest you two get the fuck out of there for right now, and I'll see what I can do about your ouchies.
Well, I'm fine. It's Talk you need to worry about. Talk, you go with them. I'm going to try and analyze this a bit more.
No, can I actually get out the door? Yep, there we go.
All right, step back here. Why am I just moving the map?
Are you on the hand as opposed to the little triangle?
No, I was on the triangle. I had to go off it again. Yeah, so
Some healing for Torque.
some healing for Torque. Yeah, have a cure wounds. Oh, have a terrible cure wounds.
Oh, how much was it?
2 hit points.
Oh. I should be able to lay some hands on myself to at least buff me back up, not perhaps fully to the top, but that should be all right.
But
Right, well.
you're saying you got damaged in this way just by standing next to the stuff.
Well, the brown mold gave off spores, and it was even though we protected ourselves when we breathed it in, it caused me great pain.
Aye.
So I'm going to spend 5 of my laying hands points. Buff that up, take it all the way back up. We'll save it just in case we need any more. Perhaps you go and get the young master, and I think we may need his skills of navigating. I feel there will be safety in numbers in this strange house.
Well, yeah, sure. But, I mean, if it's just going to give us spores and kill us just by breathing it in, there's nothing to fight.
Well, as long as we don't go too near it, I think we should be able to navigate, and perhaps we could find something within the house to get rid of these spores.
Okay, right. Well, we'll stay away from it. Hector,
Yes.
these boys need us to come inside. I'm going to see the masks they've made for themselves and try and make some masks for for us as well.
How can they fail at
Just
cleaning?
Just a sec. Listen, when you come back in there, Torque is
Torque,
nowhere to be seen.
No, Torque is nowhere to be seen. When Torque comes back, Baleson's nowhere to be seen.
Sorry, I got it backwards. Yep.
There we go.
Oh no, he's disappeared. I hope he hasn't wandered off.
Stealing the silverware.
Right, so I'm in there, and why not concentrate on
Roll for
a bit of
initiative.
guidance for Torque. Oh no, resistance. Sorry. Roll initiative. Shit.
Oh, are we?
Oh, Schnapples!
Did we get everyone? Hector, Timothy, Balson. Wow! No adjustments needed by the DM. Oh, Balson.
That was purely accidental.
What languages do you speak, Balson?
Orc, Common, Thieves' Cant.
These creatures who almost appeared as if the part of the ice coating the ceiling as well. And I will point out there's also more brown mold in here, so you might want to be careful where you step. They cackle something maniacally at you as they appear. I'll just do it in the order that we have it here. So, one cackles something in a language you don't understand, lands right there, and I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw, Balson.
This is something that I can see, I presume,
Yep.
because I think that's the barbar stuff, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
advantage on dex saves.
Danger
sense.
Yeah, danger sense, yep.
Yeah, advantage, so...
Orc sense.
16.
You see it coming right out the edge of your eye, and you manage to dodge out the way, take 2 points of cold damage, and then it flutters away and clings back onto the ceiling. So it's clawed up there. The next one does the same thing. It kind of flies over here. Lets out this icy breath at you. Well, once again, can you make me another dexterity saving throw, please? Also at advantage.
12.
12 makes it. Take 1 point of damage as it flutters
Awesome.
back over here and clings onto the ceiling. Pastor Timothy, from this room to the north, you hear the cackle of some creatures. Don't know what they're saying unless you have some really... what languages do you speak, Pastor Timothy?
Common, Elvish, Infernal, and Common Sign Language. None of them?
Oh, none of them. No, you don't understand what these creatures are saying.
Oh, what are they doing? Right. I'm going to cast resistance on myself and move forward upwards into this room. Where's it? Where's the door?
It's a door here.
To the north.
And if you know, if you stand next to any of these blue walls, like if you were there, you'd be in trouble. But you're fine now.
Okay, blue walls are brown mold.
That's right. Just brown enough out would have disappeared into the background too much.
Okay, I'll open the door. What's going on here?
You just move you out the way, and I'll open the door. There you go.
I was just trying to help. I thought we could get rid of the brown mold with the whatever was causing it. I'm so sorry.
No worries. So are these fellas.
The pricks, that's what they are. They came down and blew ice breath in my face.
Blue ice breath in your face. Well, son, this might help you. And I'm going to cast... Oh, no, I already cast resistance on myself, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's that. I'll move up to here so I'm not clogging the door.
Sure.
And that's that.
Carefully keeping away from the walls. Very wise.
Yeah.
Hector! These idiots are up to something again.
Again? I do everything myself. Going to follow after Pastor Timothy.
Oh.
Actually, no, I'll open this window.
You tried... Well, make me an athletics check. It is stuck. Ah, but remarkably, you managed to... maybe you kick a boot in, and... Oops. And the window opens as you put a boot into it, and the board's swinging off, and all the ice just smashes away, and you've opened the window quite successfully. But because it was such a difficult window to open, that would be your action.
That's fine. I'll spend a E point and then do two unarmed attacks.
Against this guy here?
Yep.
He is 10 foot away, but if you used your tentacle arms, you can hit him.
Ooh!
Oh yeah, I'll use 2 key points then. Just imagine Bailson and them sitting pathetically in a corner, and a mighty strong tentacle will burst through the window and attack!
Yeah, of course, you didn't kick it down, you tentacled it down. Oh, and that'll hit.
And let's see if the other one hits.
Yeah, both of those hit. Yep.
Oh,
Don't look, Bailson. Don't look.
It's right click rather than it's the
Yeah.
2-finger one. Yep.
Hit twice, so roll that again. Oh, 14 points of damage. You just smash into this one. It's clinging on the wall, looking all cocky, and these guys should be easy prey. They can fly and you can't. But the tentacle just wham! Smashes them. Fantastic. That's your turn, Hector?
yeah, because I used my action to open the door.
Yeah, what a great turn. The creature immediately actually it's gonna it doesn't like being hit by tentacle arms. It's gonna fly over here. And that's technically still in your range, Hector. Actually, you could use an unarmed strike. Oh, no, you can still hit. You don't have to hit with your tentacle. So, take an
am I
attack of
hitting again?
opportunity. Take another unarmed strike. An attack of opportunity.
You think you can run? Foolish creature.
It doesn't quite
Blast
take
you
it
all
down.
over the walls.
It's looking very fragile, and from above, I need Pastor Timothy and Bailson to both make me dexterity saving throws. Don't forget you got a D4 on this, Pastor Timothy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, gonna need it.
8 fails. Let's see the D4. So Pastor Timothy, that's a success. Bailson take 3 points of cold damage. Pastor Timothy take 1 point of cold damage. This thing breathes down upon you, still hanging 10 feet above. Bailson, What do you do? These creatures are all
Um,
clinging to the ceiling, 10 foot above you.
Sorry, was that 6 points for me or 3 points for me?
Sorry, 3
Three.
points. 3 for you, 1 for Pastor Timothy. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
3 for
cool.
you, 1 for Pastor
Yeah.
Timothy.
Oh.
Yep, because you failed.
Um,
And Pastor Timothy,
yell
make
out.
me a Constitution saving throw to maintain your concentration on resistance. DC 10? Con save DC 10. No problem.
Natural
One of these
20.
effects. Sorry, Bowson, as you were.
I just yell out. There's these ice creatures and some form of octopus attacking from the outside, and I'm just going to try and take out one of these top red ones. I'm going to try and leap up and hit it, but before I do, I'm going to use a rage.
Okay, so you rage up as a bonus action.
Yeah, and am I able to jump up and hit it with it being 10 feet in the air?
You can, but it's going to be at disadvantage.
Well, I'm going to make it reckless then.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. When you make your first attack of your turn, you can decide to... Oh, yeah, cool. And so that just makes it neutral. Yay!
It does.
Take...
Oops, that's not the right one.
17, so that, I
Natural
presume,
20.
plus 5 is 22.
Yeah, that hits.
And then add 3 to that, so that's 5 plus another 2 because I'm raging. So
7.
that's 7.
And what are you
Yep.
attacking with?
A short sword.
Okay, so what did we say? There was 7 points of damage. Okay, so chunks fall off it, and then you fall to the ground. Okay, cool. You say you're
So
more
I'll
like
be
there.
sort of over the side here, I think. If I've taken a step, jumped up, and then landed on the other side.
Sure.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Torque, things are happening without you. What do you do?
Okay, well, all right. I'm going to walk over to the door area. From here, I can see some creature in front of Baleson, so I will launch an attack on it, and my attack will be with my javelin.
Okay.
So we'll throw one of those, see how well I do.
19. 15. What's the range of a javelin?
30 feet,
Okay,
or
no
120
problem.
if it's at
Yeah, so not disadvantage. So, yep, 19 hits.
and a feeble 2 points of damage, I believe.
2 points of damage. Okay. Still taking it out, though.
Oh, okay.
And, well, not taking it out. It does do damage. Sorry, I didn't form my sentence very well.
All right, I knew there was one that had been attacked, so I didn't know which one it was. But that was that one. Yep.
Okay, so this creature on the roof, red dots because they're like dragons, they might not get their breath weapon back, and they don't. So it comes off the ceiling, lands right in front of you, lets out this unholy scream and tries to claw at your face. Balsam 13 will miss, and that will be its turn. The one to the right of it will try and get its breath weapon back and doesn't. And so it'll swoop down again, get right down to your level, Balson, and go to claw at your face again. Oh, it's time rolling a natural 1. Pastor Timothy.
Oh,
Oh,
well.
actually, those were at advantage. And both of them rolls a 13, which I think misses anyway.
Yep, no, that's correct. That's correct. Yeah, I forgot about that. Should have. Yep.
Yep, so regardless, they missed. They didn't roll very well. Sorry, Pastor Timothy, as you were.
This fella here is on the ground, or is he up in the air?
It's 10 feet up in the air.
10 feet up in the air. Okay. Well, I'm going to pull up my light crossbow and take a shot.
Sure. $11 hits.
Yeah.
you make me a dexterity saving throw, please, Pastor Timothy? The good news is that the creature dies. The bad news is when you hit it, it explodes into shards of jagged ice. You dodge most of it, so take half of that. Take 3 points of damage as you get hit by some of the ice, but not all of the ice. And I need another con save from you.
I'm not concentrating on anything. I've already used the saving throw.
Oh, it's just a one and done? Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get it's like guidance but for saving throws.
Sure. Okay, cool. So you shoot it, explode, you take some damage. You still got some movement if you wish to use it.
Just there, I reckon, maybe.
Where you are? Cool. Okay, Mr. Yes, Mr. Tentacle.
Stay away from the walls. They've got this bloody stuff on them.
I'm gonna enter in through the window.
Oh.
And I'm gonna... This is a table in front of us, right?
Looks like some type of...
I'll hop onto the table.
Sure.
I'll make 2 attacks, one against each bat.
Sure.
Oh, keep forgetting that.
It's annoying, that. 14 hits. Oomph. 22 hits.
So this will be the one above me?
Sure. Got it.
This is the one to the side of me.
5 for both of them. Okay. The chunks of ice fall off your hands, gets a little cold, but apart from that, they're still around. Your turn?
End my turn.
Cool.
Well, I think Bouncin, that would be your turn, wouldn't it? But it's not.
Sure would.
A door opens, and another one of these creatures appears and flies right here and breathes ice on all you guys. These 2 guys are immune, so no effect to them, but I need Bouncin and Hector to make me dexterity saving throws.
Yes.
It's fine. Hector. Both of you are fine. So both of you take half of this in cold damage. So 5. 2 points of cold damage as they breathe on you. And that's creature's turn. Now it's your turn, Bouncin.
Okay. I'm going to attack recklessly, which will now give me advantage, right? So I'm going to attack the one to my left, and that should presumably give me sneak attack damage, correct?
Snurkaturk.
Yeah, for either one of them. Yep. But this one here.
I'm going to go for the one to my left. And that is a 17.
17 hits.
And then I'm going to use my D6. And so that's 6. So that's 5 plus 3 is 8. And what's the sneak attack damage?
Probably 2d6.
Another D6. Cool.
Just the one?
Here we go.
It'll be 1d6 if you're rogue 2.
Yeah. No, it's one extra one. So that's 6 plus 3 is 9. Right?
Yep.
Yep, 6 plus 3 is 9. Yep.
Cool.
Sneaky rage.
Yeah, that's my sneak rage.
And you're using your short sword?
I was using my short sword because that's the weapon I can use it with.
All right.
It's the only strength finesse weapon.
All right, Balson. Assume you stay where you are as you go into your reckless
Absolutely,
rage.
you're gonna stand and deliver.
Torque. Standing back and deliver. What do you do?
Oh, since I've got another couple of javelins, I think we will launch those.
Oh, wait, what's wrong?
Fortunately, my character sheet's just closed. I'm reopening
you're-
that. You all right, Riley?
Issues, I think.
Okay, well, here comes a javelin. Badoom! Take this,
the
foul creature.
damage. Well, you got to roll a hit first, buddy. Oh, there we go. Let's roll another d6.
Sorry, so that one. Yeah, okay.
Another d6. So at the moment it's 4. Yay! It dies. It explodes into a hailstorm of sharp objects. Hector and
dear.
Balson, make me dexterity saving throws.
Is this for piercing or cold?
Piercing. Hector, that's good
Cool.
enough.
Because
you'll
hold on,
take
I
half.
just had to half and half again. But if I do it, sorry, wait. Sorry about that. Just had to run and get my charger.
Sure.
Yeah, there we go. 21.
So both take 3.
How much damage would I have taken?
You both take 3. No, in fact, you take 3, Hector. Balson takes 1 because he's raging.
That's right.
And these guys are immune to cold, but they're not immune to icy shards, so he needs to make a dexterity saving throw, and he fails. I'll say Balson, roll me a d8. He has 7 hit points, so if you roll a 7, he's going to go boom as well. Yeah, chain reactions, exactly.
Okay.
So Balson, roll me a d8. And if you get a 7...
An 8!
It explodes. Hector and Balson, make me another saving throw.
Oh, whoops, that
14.
was not as I misclicked. No.
Sure. Well, 14 makes it. A 9 does not. So Hector take 8. Ooh. And Balson take 4, reduced to 2.
2.
I'm going to try and... Oh, what was it? Deflect missiles.
Sure. Call this a missile.
1d10 plus 6.
It's 8 at the moment.
So 9.
Let's
Well,
take
3.
You said plus 6.
I thought I took 8. Oh, yeah. Plus 6 or 9.
So you take no damage.
So 1. Oh, no damage. Nice.
No damage? No, it was 8. Now it's nothing. All right, very cool. I love chain reactions. Another one of these creatures flies in. Oh, sorry, Talk. Was that your turn? You just fire a crossbow?
Yep.
and
No,
explode 2 of them in one shot?
I was admiring my handiwork of things exploding.
This one comes and breathes an icy frost breath at you. Torque, make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oops.
You take all of this. Take 5 points of damage.
Okay.
It's doing this from 10 feet above, so it's fluttering above you. All right. That was it. And one more is going to make an appearance. Where's it going to go, though? They're all just flying in through this doorway here. Where's he going to go? Going to fly over here. Perch itself on the ceiling 10 feet above. And I need Pastor Timothy to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
Sweet.
No problem. So take half of this. Take 1 point of damage. Same for you, Timothy. It's always at least one. So there we go. Alright, this ice method has exploded, so it's not there. This ice method has exploded, so it's not there. Pass to Timothy.
Right. I'm going to move up here and see my good mate Baleson seems to be in a bit of trouble. I'm going to heal him. Cast Cure Wounds. Sort yourself out there, lad. Have 5 hit points.
Thank you.
Of heal. And also, while you're there, son, why don't you have an attack? A weapon attack.
Okay, so I can have a free attack. I can't move, but I can have a free attack. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to shoot... I think I'm going to shoot this one over here in between me and Talk with my bow and arrow.
That's a cool feature.
That's a 14.
14 hits.
Okay, add 2 to this, please. 5.
5 points of damage. Nice. Nice free attack. Excellent. Is that your turn, Pastor Timothy?
Yep.
Mr. Tentacle, all these guys are on the ceiling. That would be no problem for your tentacle arm, though.
Careful where you're killing them, you blighted idiots. Oh, I'll move over towards this one.
Yep.
And give it the old 1-2.
Okay, with a tentacled arm. Oh, shocking. Can you do that with your tentacle arm? 10 feet up in the air.
No, was that? I did not mean to press that.
So just make an unarmed strike.
But that is the equivalent of an unarmed strike, so he should be able to do it, and it would just do the damage. Because it's a touch, because he's got the 10-foot reach, I would have thought.
A 10 misses, so we'll say your first attack misses, but you can spend a key point to do another one if you want. Oh, no, you always get 2. You always get 2. No.
Yeah, I'll have another go at him.
Sure.
This should hit.
That does hit. What type of damage does your tentacle arm do?
Counts as a unarmed strike, so marsh. So just melee, physical.
I assume it's bludgeoning, right?
Yeah, bludgeoning.
It'd be suctioning.
You don't do 7 points of damage, sorry. You do 14 points of damage.
Oh! Slap!
They're susceptible to bludgeoning damage. So you punch them and you do more damage than you hoped. Is that your turn, Hector?
Slaps.
Okay.
Yes.
He needs to roll to get his breath weapon back, and it doesn't. It's going to swing over here. I'll land on the ground next to Baleson. And it screams and lets out... slashes you across the face, rolling an 11. You dodge out of the way. No. Oh, actually, it's at advantage, isn't it?
Yes, that's right.
Let me just roll this d20. Misses anyway. Okay, Baleson.
Yeah, I'm just going to take an advantage attack on this one right in front of me.
Oh.
I'm going to keep on going reckless. So that's 2d20. Sorry. What's that? 12 plus 5 is 17.
17 hits.
And then that will be 2d6 because I get my sneak attack damage. So that's 4 plus 3 is 7 on the one right in front of me.
Okay, nice. That's slashing damage. That's fine.
Yep.
Okay, it's still screaming. It seems to be almost territorial in its approach. Torque, this one just breathed icy it's frost breath on you. What do you do?
It's still up in the air, so I suspect I will have to attack it with the javelin again. See if we can knock it down.
How many javelins
12. I have 5 javelins, and I have
Okay.
used 3 so far
That
without having to
hits.
recover.
12 hits.
Boom!
7. Oh, okay. It's, bits of ice fall off it, but it is still angry and it's still screaming something in a language, but you don't understand the language. Do you stay where you are, Torque?
I speak Undercommon as well, Celestial and Infernal, so nope, okay.
Nope.
No, I'm not going to bother trying to figure out what they're saying. I think I might just... I'm going to step to the side this way. Yep.
Okay, cool. The javelin, retreat back. Does he get his breath weapon back? No, he doesn't. Gonna come down and land next to Hector as he can't get to Torque in time. So he lands, slides on the ice, leads with his claws, and rolls a 21, Hector. I assume that hits.
Yep.
Take 4 slashing and 3 cold, so 7 points of damage. And the one next to him as well was also going to attack you with his claws, rolling a 16, Hector.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Another 5 slashing and 2 cold.
So 14.
14 altogether, yep. Still
I'm
up,
fine. Yep.
but a flesh wound. Faster, Timothy.
Hi. Well, I think I'm going to... Bailson.
Yes.
I think I can help you. And I'm going to cast Protection from Evil and Good on Bailson, which triggers the Voice of Authority again.
Mhm.
Look, be protected, my friend, and get that guy!
I take another swipe at him, and I'm still attacking recklessly, I presume.
You want, yeah.
Oh, so that's a 4 plus 5 is 9.
It misses. And by the way, just not that Pastor Timothy will know, but I'll tell Vinny, this is not an aberration. Oh, it is an elemental. Oh, I didn't think this was good for elementals. Nope. Okay, as you were. So attacks against Balson will be at disadvantage. I didn't think it would be elementals. Oh, there we go, I've learned something. Alright, Pastor Timothy, very good. Is that your turn?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, Hector, surrounded by these 2 creatures, knowing that they do explode.
I'm gonna spend a key point to disengage as a bonus action and jump out the window.
Sure, okay.
And then I'm going to run.
Sure.
You guys got this, right?
Hector
love
looks... he looks wrecked.
Well, Hector, you've got reach. You got 10-foot reach with your tentacle, right?
Yeah.
So you could make an attack after you've disengaged from them as well, right?
Yeah, but I feel like they'll fly after me.
Oh, right,
I don't
yeah.
feel like hurting them is worth my own life.
You don't want to make these monsters angry at you. I get that.
Monsters are monsters. I am much smarter. Do not need to prove myself in any sort of physical combat to prove I am stronger and better than them in every conceivable way.
As you wish, young master.
Man, your son has an attitude.
This creature will attack you. It will be at disadvantage because of protection from evil, but advantage because he went reckless. So this will just be a straight roll. And it rolls
Yep.
a 7, missing horribly. Actually, does it get a breath weapon back? No, it doesn't. It's only on a 6. Okay, Balson.
I'm just going to do some whackety do on this dude down here. Thank you. 1, 2.
Recklessly,
Oh,
I assume.
of course.
Reckless
Oh, here we
rage.
go.
All
Natural 20. So that's 46 with my. Does my sneak attack gets doubled as well,
Yep.
right?
All dice.
Yeah.
So 46 plus your modifier, whatever that is.
10 plus 3 is 13.
Oh, so close. Chunks of ice fall out off him, but he's just barely holding on.
Oh, no, but I get plus 2 for my rage as well. So that's 15.
Pastor Timothy and Balson, please make me dexterity saving throws.
Well,
Sure
did you have to
thing.
do it while I was right next to you?
Yeah, yep. That's a save for me.
Okay, so Balson, take half of that is take 1 point of damage, and Pastor Timothy take 5 points of damage. And I don't think it'll matter, but make me a Constitution saving throw. DC 10. Oh, you just make it. Okay,
And
so
when I
everyone-
do that, I call out to these guys, just like, look at what I did to your mates. The old sneak rage.
Balson, you still have movement if you wish to use it.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
okay. Then I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm going to jump.
And a
over
bonus
to-
action.
yeah. And a bonus action. I don't have anything I can do with my
Oh,
bonus
you don't
action.
have cunning action yet.
No, that will be the next level up.
Sweet.
Balson, right in the midst of it. Torque
Yep.
seems your aggro has gone elsewhere. What do you do?
Right, well, I'll move here. I'll move to the door. From the door, I can see one of these creatures. So I have... the hell? Oh, there's 2 of them. I didn't realize that. Well, I've gone on the door now. I'll go to here. And this one, it's on the ground next to...
Mhm.
Next to him, in which case... Yep. I think I might smite it. Well, I'm going to attempt to hit it with my flail to start with. 12?
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Is this one looking particularly beat up already? Like, is this the chunks of ice one out of it? No, it doesn't matter.
It is bludgeoning.
Oh, the flail does bludgeoning. Well, you do 6 points of damage. It didn't like that at all. And it's looking very beat up, but it is still maintaining its form.
Okay.
This one, does it get its breath weapon back? No, it doesn't. It's going to go for Torque. Tries to claw at Torque. Oh, rolls a 9, not very good. This one will go for Balson at a straight roll. Disadvantage, and rolls a 19 on a straight roll.
Oh, wow.
So that's going to be, let me see, take. So 3 points of slashing reduced to 1 due to your rage, plus 3 cold.
Yep.
So 4 points of damage altogether.
Cool.
All right, Pastor Timothy.
Oi! Well, I'm going to come to there and say, Torque, you're not looking so great, man. Have 8 hit points.
Okay.
And, buddy, get that thing, man!
Okay, do I get an additional attack, is it?
Yeah, you get your unless you've already used your reaction this round.
I have not used my reaction, so... Alright, well... Smack him with a flail? No.
That's a miss. So how does that mechanic work, Vinny? for the reaction attack?
If I target an ally with a spell, the ally immediately gets to use the reaction to make a weapon attack at a creature that I can see.
Cool. So only a spell that affects a ally. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Very cool. So healing, obviously, it's a double whammy. Excellent. Okay, Hector, all the way over there. What do you do?
Shout encouragements. I see you in there. Do better.
Bowson.
Yeah, I'm going to go and hit. I'm going to try and hit. Because you're there, so that means I get sneak attack anyway on this one. Yeah, I'm just going to hit this one to the right of me with not recklessly.
Okay.
Oh no, I may as well do reckless. Stuff it. I'll do it reckless, and I'll hit the one to the south.
The one to the south. Be no sneak attack damage for the one to the south.
No, but I'm doing reckless again, so it's 15 plus 5 is 20.
Okay, that hits.
Because I'm going reckless. That gives me sneak attack.
Oh, that's true.
Yoink. Yeah. 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 9 on the one to the south.
Make me a dexterity saving throw, Bowson. Advantage with your danger sense.
That is a 16.
You take 2 points of damage. This ice method needs to make a dexterity saving throw. And the roll is a natural 20. Lives to fight another day. No double whammy, but maybe Torque can finish it off.
Eat flail. Not like that, you won't.
I eat flails like that for breakfast.
Ice method takes. Oh, does it get its breath weapon back?
Oh!
Yeah. But it's... Okay, Torque and Pastor Timothy make me dexterity saving throws.
Ouchie!
Well, and that's a success. The Torque take 4, Pastor Timothy take 2. And protection from good and evil goes down.
It's gone. Oh, that's handy.
The Ice Method is feeling quietly proud. Pastor Timothy.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to take a step back this way and get out me old handy light crossbow. Didn't think I'd ever use this thing, but it might come in handy.
Oh.
There you go.
Howson and Torque make dexterity saving throws. They both pass. So Torque take 3, Bowson take 1, and Pastor Timothy.
How do you want to do this?
Like I said, just pull the old thing out. I'm proficient with it, but I'm not really used to using weapons. So I just hold it out and kind of hold it out in front of me and go, and shoot the bolt. And the bolt flies through the air and pins the method to the brown mold wall.
Did that set the brown mold off?
No, it doesn't.
Oh.
You notice already some of the ice effects in this room start to crack as if it's melting. It's going to leave an almighty mop-up job, but the ice is melting ever so slowly.
Is the mold attached to the ice or to the walls?
Goes mold, ice wall, so on the ice.
So if we leave it for a bit, so I feel like if we leave it for a bit, then all the mold will just go on the floor and
Right.
mix up in one big sludgy mess. But if it's subsumed in water, I'm sure it'll be much safer to deal with, don't you?
Aye. Well, maybe we should all go outside and do a bit of gardening for, half an hour while this sorts itself
Yeah,
out.
Like when you defrost a freezer.
Aye.
Alright. I jump out through the window.
Okay.
Took your sweet time dealing with those things.
Like, if we look at the round tracker, like it took us, 30 seconds?
If it had been only me, I could have done it in 15.
Says Hector, who looks like an absolute mess.
How much of a mess is Hector? Oh my gosh, you were that bad. Sorry, I didn't realize how bad you were. Listen, I think it's time for a smoko, don't you?
I'll rush over to Hector and
I can cast a cure wounds on him. Oh,
I think we could all do with a little bit of a rest, though, couldn't we? All right. Well,
remember our writ only allows us to do that. We can't wander off and dilly dally, but you can have those 5 points. How many am I down to?
well, my thought is that we're waiting for this whole thing to melt anyway, and it's going to be an all-day job, and so it's fine. We've cleared the mansion of beasts.
Well, as long as we keep away from the mold, then perhaps we should investigate further. But I will at least I can give you another 5 points by laying hands. Would that help you, Hector?
I can do just fine without you.
Oh, so you didn't want the 5 points that I had on offer?
I will take them as a courtesy for how poorly a job you guys did.
And the round after that, I will use the final 5 on myself to take me back up to +5. Not fully,
Yeah.
but back up a bit stronger.
young master, you showed your hand. They saw.
Yes.
Well, everyone's a bit freaky here anyway.
I know, I
Doubt
appreciate
they've probably
it, but
seen and done much worse.
I thought you were under attack. Would you care to explain your...
It is just merely a replacement. You've heard of prosthetics, no? Or are you that uncivilized?
Well, that prosthetic seems like a mighty weapon. I'm glad that you used it. It seems like it would come in
Only
quite
the
handy.
For the very best.
Oh, should I say tentacly? I'm sorry, I'm now... I say dad jokes now that I'm 46.
At least it gave us that gift of you'll die a little sooner.
It was dark. All right. Well, while we are sort of catching our breath here, at least, I still think we should investigate the other aspects of the house, at least.
Are we waiting for the ice to melt so that all the brown mold turns into a sludgy mess and it can't really infect us? Or
well, we don't know what's in the far rooms there. In terms of there might be other issues.
Possibly. I will happily go in myself and check it out if that's what you really wish.
Well, I think, again, in case there are more of those creatures, we should stick together. But another thing...
No, that's a lot of sense. Yes.
Another thing we should do is perhaps to increase your rate of melting, we should go and open those other windows in the 2 rooms, as long as they're not too close to the mold.
You open them up.
Of course, no, that makes sense.
The room does air out, and The mansion is much bigger than this map shows, and the whole place is riddled with brown mold. And I say mechanically, you were going to say do some gardening because you've got to do that anyway. And by the time you finishing the gardening and return to the house, the brown mold hasn't moved. If you remember, the brown mold did cold damage to Balson, so it's maintaining the ice beyond it, so it hasn't turned into a sludgy mess.
I can't translate into some cause I gotta do that anyway.